So now you know what idea boards are and you understand how they're part of the creative process. They're in the early stages of the creative process to help us get ideas and inspiration and start to plan and focus for final projects. Now we know how to use Pinterest. You've created a Pinterest account that's using your school Google account. You absolutely have it on your Chromebook, and if you would like, you can have it on your smartphone so you can access them both. You've installed the Pinterest browser button so that you can easily save any images from your Chromebook, from the internet, or from Pinterest. Now, we're actually going to now create our first idea board, and I'm going to tell you what our idea board is going to be about. So, you're all getting sketchbooks, and I want to give you an opportunity to make your sketchbook your own. And I'll talk more about, the purpose of sketchbooks and what we're going to be doing with them in our next lesson. But I want you to sort of just break into that brand new sketchbook and do something kind of cool in it. And I want you to choose what it is that you like to do. So we're actually going to make an idea board on Pinterest about different sketchbook ideas. And I'm giving you the option about whether you want to do something on your cover or whether you want to do something in your book. It could be get the front page on your book, it can be the middle of the book, anything that you want to do. Now, the challenge is, though, is I want you to think about what you're interested in, so it can be anything that you like. If you like to draw and sketch, then please draw and sketch. If you like to abstract paint, then do abstract painting. If you like writing, then do writing. Anything that you like and anything that you are interested in. So again, either the cover or in your book. Now, the problem is that we're very limited in sort of the supplies that we have. So you're going to use what I've given you in your art kit, or if you have extra stuff at home that you're using or bringing in, then you're more than welcome to use that. We don't have access to spray paint or paint markers and things like that. So that's sort of your restriction. So let's find some inspiration. So, first thing, what you can do is you can start to look at maybe on Pinterest sketchbook ideas. You can look up sketchbook ideas for beginners. You can look up drawing for sketchbook. Maybe you want to look at perhaps something like sketchbook covers. So go ahead and have a look and see if there's some cool stuff that you like and something that you would like to try. Um, Something that you feel comfortable with your abilities, something that you're interested in. Um, Ooh, that's neat. So, and then of course, whatever you can do with the materials. So say I like this one. So I'm on Pinterest. I'm going to save it. It's already on Sketchbook Ideas. If it's not there, then you're going to just click Create a Board, and then that's going to be your Sketchbook Ideas board. Okay. So if you're looking on Pinterest, I can save it there. So now another option then is to actually look online. So let's go through one together. So I'm going to look up sketchbook cover ideas because I like to do something kind of cool in my on my cover. And if you like it to stay like totally like clean and black, then you totally can. So I really like the doodling, so I like this. So again, when I click on it, remember there's three different ways that we can pin something from the internet. One, if I hover over top of it, that Pinterest save button should come up and I just hit save. And here it is. I decide what board I want it under, or I can create a board if this is your first one. So I have sketchbook ideas. I'm going to save it there. Another option is that let me just find a different one. I feel like doodling today. Say I like that idea. Say that the Pinterest button's not coming up or you don't feel like it. Again, I'm just tapping the picture with two fingers and the drop down menu. I'm going to go save, and we'll save it to Pinterest for me. So that's option two. Option three, if you're finding none of those things are working, you can also just hit the Pinterest button on your extension bar there and just save it to Sketchbook Ideas. So whatever is easier. I find that just actually hovering over top of it is the easiest way. So there's three different ways to save it. So again, if you're doing this from your phone, that's totally fine. And there's lots of cool stuff that you can find actually on Pinterest. I just find that there's way more stuff on the internet. Isn't that incredible? Which is why I like to actually use the internet because there's more options that way. Now, I want to show you just two more websites that you could use. There's two different projects that are online, and I'm going to talk more about that on our next unit in our actual sketchbooks. Is one's called the sketchbookproject.com. So you click on that link if you like, and these have some really great things. That maybe not be on the internet, but some really, really neat stuff. So this was a sketchbook project that started where artists could actually send in their sketchbooks. So it's like a library basically of artist sketchbooks. So what's kind of cool is you could actually look at some of the sketchbook stuff that's on there. So you can browse by different themes if you want. So you could even like, I don't know, say, this is not a sketchbook, that's curious. You can actually look at people's sketchbooks and they have so many really, really neat ideas. So maybe that would be really great inspiration. They have really neat stuff for covers. I've seen things that people have done like with bubble wrap. I've seen just amazing stuff. So these are like people that are working right now and have sent in their sketchbook. So I think this would be a great place to look as well. Now, another link that I want to show you is called the 1,000 Journals. And this was a really cool project that they recently did. And what happened is there was they put out 1,000 journals all around the world and they just sort of left them in random places. And then what they were encouraging people to do was to say you found one of the journals, was to record something in a page and then pass it on to a next person and then pass it on to a next person until they were absolutely full. And then they were sent back to these people here. And it's just sort of recording like everyday lives of people that are living all over the world right now. But what's really neat is I like that there's some really cool cover ideas and there's really neat categories about drawing and painting but look at all these really neat stuff. So if you want some inspiration about what you can do on the inside or the outside of your books and then have a look here. So again, you can save any of these things as part of your idea board in Pinterest. So you can use any materials that you want. You can be drawing, you could be painting, you could be collaging, anything that you want on your sketchbook. So you're going to end up doing this, but right now you're just gathering ideas. So for your idea board, using Pinterest, you're going to find a minimum of 10 different images that you're going to save under your sketchbook ideas for your idea board. Okay, so about minimum 10. If you end up being really inspired and do more, then that's great. So again, keep in mind what you're interested in, what you feel comfortable with for your skill, and the materials that you have access to. And then in our next unit, we're actually going to do this to our sketch.